that he's been setting is very high. So Mark Selby has got to take these half chances.
Yeah, I don't think Mark Selby's too far behind, though. Certainly in his last match. At the moment, he's a long way off with the pots. That's 3 attempts he's had that you would have expected at least one of them to wobble in the jaws. So a nervy start from Mark Selby.
Played it perfectly. Left a perfect angle on the blue.
This week, Ronnie O'Sullivan has been very quickly out of the starting blocks.
Seven. $13.
Played the one to the middle.
14.
He'd have played the one to the left corner and played for the black, but he just wasn't straight enough on it. And he didn't want to risk playing a cannon on those two reds to the right of the black. Of course, it's always a joy to watch Ronnie and how he goes building a break.
19. $20.
Don't think the two reds by the black spot pot, so therefore
26.
he's working around the pink ball here. He's got to be careful with this one if he decides to screw back. Nicely
27.
held. Close control around at the top of the table does make a big difference positionally. If you can keep close in on the balls.
Cue ball just bounced off the cushion a little bit further, but of course. As I say, he didn't want to be stretching like this. He's tried to play it left-handed, but he just can't get in the line, so having to play it with the rest. Be interesting to see if he plays for the black here.
$34.
Well, he did play for the black, so I can only assume that when the black's re-spotted, that it will be in the open. And, well, he's gone a little bit straight on it, so that's why he's decided to change of plan, play the pink.
Which is another reason why I think Ronnie O'Sullivan is mentally sharp and here to do a job this week. Hasn't
40.
played anywhere near as many left-handed shots.
$41.
He's a good angle now.
47.
Because this is the last of the easy reds to get on. So I decided to leave
48.
an angle on the pink, and now he'll pot the pink and stun into these four reds. You always need a little bit of luck. Now, what's he on?
54.
Can he see enough of this? He could. And he brought another red into play. Fancy him winning the frame now at this visit.
There's no better feeling than making a century break in
61.
the first frame. Sets you up for the day, stamps your authority on the match.
62.
This pink will put him 68 points in front with just 67 remaining.
68. 69.
And how easily has he made this break look?
75. 76. 83. 84. 90. 91.
Now, if he's going to make the century, he's got to bring that red away from the black. So he thinks he can do it off the pink. Ah, tremendous. He can just about cut this red in. Oh, unlucky, just overcut it, but what a start. Mark Selby had a go at a couple of long pots, and in the end, the last one he missed cost him the frame. That was Ronnie OSullivan at his absolute best. Ronnie just having a look if there's any red, any value in going for a pot. Black looks to be tied up, so he might know he's going for the pot, it appears. Oh. Well, they don't come much better than that.
1.
Absolute, right in the heart of the pocket. Beautiful shot.
He does seem to be playing snooker on another level at the moment. Perhaps the key to winning this Masters final is the word relentlessness. Whichever one of these players can get into that mode the quickest could break the other.
7.
Ronnie's got the first chance. Great first frame. Can he keep the pressure on?
8.
Maybe he wants a little bit more angle, but I think he can just force down here. Don't think the black's available just yet,
13.
so looks like he'll have to go back up for the blue.
14.
'Time looked to play for the red. It's just to ride the black, and he'd like to have been a little bit shorter on it.
19.
He'd like to have had an angle on it so he could have cannoned the red that's just to the left of the black. He's just seeing if he can get to the potting angle of the pink. This is the last of the open reds. Well, He feels he can
20.
pot the pink, and of course in potting the pink he'd bring other reds into play.
You never know exactly where the reds are going to end up when you career into them like that. But Ronnie O'Sullivan gave himself every chance of being on a red. Great screw back as well as smashing into the pack. Kept the white ball in the middle of the table and disturbed as many reds as possible. That's all you can hope for with that shot.
Yeah,
20
he had a
seconds.
decision to make there. He could have played a little drop cannon on the red to the left of the black, but that was risky. Playing for the blue, he knew there wasn't much risk. He'd be nicely on the colour, and he's perfect on the blue. Well, he hit them really well, and only one red move, but there's enough reds in the open now.
Currently,
32.
that's violent stuff from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
33.
If it was the analogy with a boxing match, he's got in. Round one, he's pummeled him. The second round, now he's got him on the ropes.
Has he run too far? The pink, you've probably noticed there,
39.
just went in the wrong side of the pocket, and that's why the cue ball ran a little bit too far, but he seems as though he's okay.
40.
Couldn't get a good angle on the blue. There's Jimmy White in the audience, and he doesn't come and watch too much snooker, but like us all, loves watching Ronnie play.
45. 46.
He stopped in his track there,
48.
Ronnie, as he'd just run a little bit too far. No, he's nicely on this red. He's just seeing if he can get through to the pink here. He'd like to play for the pink if he could. Quick glance at the scoreboard, 48 points to lead. So he's still looking for 3 reds, 3 colours.
$49.
So this could be the key to the second frame.
$55. $56.
I don't want it bounced off the cushion, but just a little bit fresh. And he's looked to see if the right on one of the 3 reds just below the pink will go. If it had been straighter on this pink, he could have just rolled it in quite simply. I don't know that he got a bounce, but he wanted to be straighter on the pink. It did seem to ping off a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I've noticed during this week that around that part of the cushion side, 2 top side cushions have played very fast, playing straight on and back off again. Has he lost position? His body language looks like it.
62.
Oh, it's just tight. No, it's okay.
And I think John 3.
we've all run out of superlatives for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but I mean, have you ever seen anybody make such a difficult game look so easy at any sport?
No.
69. 70.
And we know how difficult the game is. And that is a fact. Well, he's missed the pink, just trying to
Ronnie
squeeze it in,
O'Sullivan,
but 70 points in front and just 51 remaining cost him. That will be a relief.
Missable pot. But the ball's not in ideal positions either. Pink and black, very much tied up at the moment. It would take some sort of break building to be able to get these all into open play. But if anybody can do it, this man can.
One.
Yeah, wrong side, the blue. Need a good shot now to get on the next red. There you see it. Kissing the yellow doesn't help.
That's why Ronnie took a beat in the first place on that. He knew that that was the likely outcome of that line that he was going to take with the cue ball.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 6.
Missed the thin contact. And he's left an easy starter. But as Steve said a few moments ago, the black tied up, the pink not in the most advantageous position.
One.
As we speak, Mark Selby has lost all confidence on the snooker table. It's not that he can't get it back with one or two pots to get his arm going, but every shot he's struggling at the moment. He's really been caught cold here at the moment, in more ways than one. A couple of the players earlier in the week complaining about the air conditioning blowing, but then on other days it had been too hot.
Six.
So it's tough to get that right.
7.
And now if this pink is into open play, it starts to make things look a lot easier positionally. Might have gone astray there a bit.
13. Yep.
Nicely played. And although we say it's a tricky situation, you wouldn't put it past him
20.
to make this a frame-winning contribution, the way he's striking the ball.
$21. 27. $28. $34.
Yeah, this
35.
final best of 19. First to 10. We get the trophy. The Alphabet Masters and £200,000. And 90,000 to the runner-up, so they're playing for £110,000 in effect.
41.
And every likelihood, the way it looks at the moment, that Ronnie O'Sullivan is going to be lifting that trophy. Perhaps I'm reading things into the situation just because Ronnie's
42.
winning and making the game look so easy, but he seems a little bit more in tune this week. He looks like he's a bit more alert around the table, and it's a weird thing to say, but very focused, more than even normal. Just a bit more of a spring in his step, a little bit more enthusiasm around the table.
48.
There's one thing for
49.
certain in any sport, if you're enjoying it when you're out there, you know, when the pressure's on and you can enjoy it, there's no better feeling. And he certainly looked like that this week. I mean, against Ricky Walden, people were singing his praises of how well he played. And then a few people said, well, can he play that well again? Well, he came out last night against Stephen Maguire and business
55.
as usual. Stunning stuff. And he's just about on the pink. Feels
56.
like I keep saying this, but this pink, and he'll go 68 points in front with just 67 remaining. In it goes. It is a head scratcher for Mark Selby at the moment.
62.
He's currently unplayable, and that would be with equal table time. Unfortunately for Mark Selby, he's had none. The interval
63.
can't come quick enough for him.
$70. $71.
Not the best positional shot, but, well, he deserves a century. He made a 97 in the first, he had a 70 in the last. Mark Selby,
76.
believe me, he was sitting there thinking, I've got to somehow try and get
77.
in, and because at the moment, I think you used the word, Steve, he's being steamrolled here. This is scary stuff.
82.
I suppose smashing him over the head with the butt of the
83.
cue might work, but it's not in the rules.
$90.
Trying to bring the yellow into play. Just missed it.
91.
Now he'll need a good shot here because he needs the yellow and the green.
96.
Unlucky. Well, he's done everything bookmaker century, and you can hear the reaction. Mark Selby is not getting a sniff of a chance here. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads by 3 frames to 0. Yeah, that flick on the green certainly helped. If it had kissed the green full ball, Mark Selby would have had a real good chance of this red to the left corner.
It's helped Mark Selby a fraction, in as much as it would be difficult for Ronnie O'Sullivan to clear up in one visit. So he would have been delighted to have seen the green go next to that blue. Bit of an insurance policy.
Well, looks like he's taking this red on. And you feel he's not taking it on. He's playing the containing safety. Where's the cue ball going?
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Just wanted to leave it in the jaws of the pocket. Felt as though that was the safest place. But Ronnie now can put this cue ball. Got it in hand. If he can knock a good long red in, and he can get right back in this frame. But as Steve said, the green now being near the blue. Oh, great shot. It's going to be difficult for Ronnie to win this frame in one visit, but what a pot that was. And look at the reaction on the cue ball. Beautifully struck.
Well, if he can win this frame in
7.
one visit, then I think that's end of story
8.
for the day. Of course, he doesn't have to even attempt to. Long way to go yet, though,
14.
before we get to that green situation.
15.
Possibly off the last colour before the yellow, he could try and play some sort of
22.
shot to free blue and green. There's no guarantees anyway.
23.
What he will be doing is getting back into the frame.
Yeah, it's just 2
30.
points behind now. Just checking on the green there. No way past the blue.
$31.
So let's see how he goes about trying to bring that green into play.
$38. $39.
Nice angle on the pink, easy enough to get on the yellow, but he'd probably look for a just off straight yellow so he could run and come off the side cushion, because if he doesn't get that potting angle, obviously the brown, he'll run into the brown, so he's got to play this inch perfect.
It's an interesting situation, as much as he doesn't think he can possibly get the green into play by hook or by crook. You could argue that you could play a safety shot on the colour and try and get a free ball situation, bizarre situation with the yellow still on the table, but it's not the way really to think. Maybe he's trying to get something happening there, and now all of a sudden he's lost control of the tactical part of the frame, but
45.
it was never going to be easy.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 45.
So even Ronnie O'Sullivan couldn't win that frame in one visit, but an excellent contribution.
chance of snookering behind the brown for Ronnie O'Sullivan here with the cue ball. But it's going to be hard to force a frame-winning mistake from your opponent with the green there. Doesn't want to leave it over the pocket. Well, that is a... I think it's probably gone far enough. Far enough that Mark Selby can't play a positional shot off the green. Unless he can screw it in with a bit of side. Well, you think off 2 cushions, John, yeah? Hard to see.
Yeah, I'm thinking if he can pot it this way, there is a possibility. It's difficult to say, really, whether he can get to the 2. Well, that's what he's played. It's not a bad line. He needs to kiss the green. Oh, great effort. But just couldn't find the angle. Maybe he needed a fraction of right-hand side just to widen it off the second cushion.
He's got to be very careful with this safety. Hitting the right-hand side of the green is fraught with danger. Hitting full in the face sends the green towards the corner pocket. Well, that was very well struck to keep the green in the bottom half of the table. Had to hit the extra
Selby,
thin.
2.
Played the shot with side spin as well. It could have all gone wrong there.
Of course, that's the thing with Ronnie. You're not going to outdo him at the safety game. I mean, his safety's as good as anybody.
I think thin on the green on the right and use the blue as a stopper. Fairly big margin of error for this shot.
Yeah, and if he gets it right, he could have the snooker with the brown. Ooh, he's caught it from behind. Could be saved by the pink, could he? Needs the pink to come to his rescue.
He'd have been disappointed not to have hit the blue there with the green. As it is, the cue ball was good.
Well, the pink did come to his rescue, but a very controlled swerve by Ronnie. And in goes the green, and he's got a chance of this brown to the right middle. And he'd be on the blue.
Yeah, it was Ronnie O'Sullivan on the ropes there, but he got out of it.
And it goes,
7.
and now he's 18 points in front with just 18 remaining. So no heroics, he'll just roll the blue in. And that's 4-0 now, for sure, as they go to the mid-session interval. A frame that Mark Selby should have won. But Ronnie O'Sullivan, you can't give him an inch this afternoon. And he's got the perfect first 4 frames. Mark Selby with an awful lot to think about so early on. Ronnie O'Sullivan, absolutely brilliant.
Got to find a gap here with the cue ball. Oh, and he didn't find the gap. He didn't get the pot, but he might just have
Selby, 3.
got away with it. At first glance, I don't think he's left anything. Hit that all wrong, and let's have a look. As he's cannoned all those balls, is there one little pot? Yeah, I think he might be able to just get past the black. Yeah, there it is.
Bit of pressure on this one, though. You know, you're leaving quite a few reds in the open if you don't get this. Beautifully cued. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't hit that any better.
1.
Wasn't frozen on the cushion, but it was quite close to it. As you said, John, you can't hit them any better than that, and it's given them a chance now. 29 in front, and there's enough easy reds available. In fact, all the reds are potable.
Yeah, it was a bit of a double whammy for Mark, wasn't it? Missed the pot and opened the reds out. But that first red from O'Sullivan was a lot better than it looked on your screen.
4.
Yeah, you see, he was trying to find the gap there, so he had one eye on that, and he didn't find the gap and missed the red, but it was a good opening red from Ronnie.
Ten.
Once again, beautifully struck. Just makes it look so easy that sometimes you don't think there's anything to the shot he's just played. But that was absolutely superb.
17. $18.
And he's a tremendous player all round. But as Stephen Hendry always says, he's also the best front runner in the game. Get behind to this fella and you're in big trouble.
24. 25.
Yeah, he's got to find something, Mark, but where is it going to come from, the way Ronnie's playing? As I mentioned earlier, the
31.
longer matches they played, they've all been very close. But at the moment, this is all one-way traffic.
32. $38. 40. 43.
Amazing. Well, those
47.
pockets must look like buckets to Ronnie at the moment, even doubles.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Another
47
great
on the
display
frame.
from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He takes the frame. He now leads 5-0. He's got an easy safety shot, but he pulled off a double on the blue in one of his early matches, which was incredible, but different circumstances here. But he's hit that too hard. Ronnie's got a chance here of potting this and getting on the black.
What a pot that is. Absolutely stunning. Right in the middle. Beautiful. And if he clears up here, Dennis, Mark Selby will be absolutely kicking himself. For all the world, he looked like having this frame in the bag. The one loose safety. And of course, if Ronnie can clear up here, it'll be a respot. And how big will that be in the context of the match?
10.
Yeah, it's blue to pink is going to be the one, so no problem with the green and brown. Just needs to leave
13.
the correct angle on the blue to run up to the pink. Just screw back, touch, and that looks pretty
17.
good.
28.
Well, we've had everything in this match, and now we're going to have a respotted black.
Ronnie OSullivan, 35.
So it's all about the toss of a coin. You want to win the toss, put your opponent in.
Mark, do you want to call?
Well,
Sorry?
massive frame,
It's a
this.
tail. You won.
Massive respot.
Well, Ronnie did win the toss. He's played it well. We did see earlier when they were showing Stephen Hendry against Mark Williams a shot virtually like this, and he took the double on. Ronnie's taken the double on, but he tried to get a good cue ball, and this is far from easy. Well, he's settling himself. Big shot. Does he go for the pot? That's far from easy. Or does he play a safety shot? It's just how he feels.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a go at the pot into the yellow pocket, and I don't blame him. Looking at the way it is, yes, there will be a safety shot somewhere, but when you've got a chance here, you've got to have a go. You may get safe anyway, even if you miss it.
Well, listen, this is not a gimme across the nap of the cloth here. Well, that's a terrific pot. Under the circumstances, Mark Selby looked like he had the frame wrapped up. Ronnie OSullivan had other ideas, and he's taken the frame on a respotted black, and he now leads 6 frames to 1.
Have you got it on there, Michaela? I think the amount we're looking at, I don't want to give a show, but...
Referee Paul Collier just checking up there. Ronnie's actually questioning whether it's in exactly the same spot.
No. Yeah? Okay?
Yeah, I think he's got it in the same spot, so it's somewhere along the line. Just a little touch aside to help it.
Very well played, that. All about the pace there. Hit that too hard, you can stick the red in play, so good shot.
Oh, he hasn't played this well. Similar to the safety shot he played on the last red. But at least he's got closer to the cushion this time. Ronnie won't take this on. Oh, and that double kiss might just have left this red cuttable. It's a thin one.
Yeah, he hasn't hit many safety shots poor today, Ronnie, but that was one. Just cut that little bit too thick there. But he hasn't been punished.
Well, look where the white's finished. I mean, this looks a dead easy pot because the red's over the pocket, but you've still got to cue it well when you're tight on the cushion.
One.
Yes, and that couldn't have come out much better. Played that there. The top spin sort of gets trapped on the cushion, doesn't run down the table as much. Another left-handed shot. Beautifully played. Surprise, surprise.
My, this is a tough one
7.
along the cushion. He doesn't have to force it, and it's tight on the cushion. He plays those so well. He really does. Needs the yellow, the green and the brown.
15.
Oh, he nearly burst the
17.
pocket with that one.
Once again, fabulous cueing. And hitting down on it. See the way the cue ball left the bed of the table. Perfectly played. And he was very impressive in the opening 5 frames scoring-wise, Ronnie, but he's been equally impressive competing in these last 2 games with Mark Selby.
24.
And I can't help thinking that respotted black was probably the last throw of the dice for Mark. This has been excellent from OSullivan. He's playing great and he's competing even better.
29.
Yeah, it was a big turning point, as you say, JP. But some of the balls he's potted here.
35
He's not
on the
bowling
front
away.
of OSullivan.
It's been vintage Ronnie OSullivan one more time. He's gone out there in the final of this year's Masters, and you can't do better than that. He takes the session 7 frames to 1.